and on my days off is I come out and I check our plants, look for bugs, see how they're doing. These pomegranates are doing fabulous. And add a little water where it's needed. We only have our bubblers on once in the middle of the night as opposed to twice a day. We used to have it late at night and early in the morning. And we're trying to conserve our water here. And we just add a little extra water where it's needed. These pomegranates look like they're doing really well. Let's see, yeah, I've got some putting on the side too. Got to get back to this compost here. I got busy and just haven't had time to work on that. Let's see, do we have any more pomegranates on this side? Well, it's blooming. This has more shade, so not so much on this one. There we go. There's another one right there. Right, this here is our most productive one, and I think it's because it gets the most sunshine. And here's our apple with all its nuts. These are coming along. Man, I'm excited about this. These are going to be so good. And I'm going to do new things with apples this year. We're going to make some pectin. We're going to dehydrate some apples. I'm going to eat some apples. And I think I'm even going to try water bath, canning some of them with a simple syrup just to see if I can preserve some of these, because eventually with having 2 apple trees, we're going to, hopefully, God willing, we'll get a lot of apples. Let's come here. Oh my goodness, look at this grapefruit. This is definitely doing fabulous. Oh, there's another one right there, down there. Let's see, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Is there any down here? Oh yeah, that feels like there's some down here. Maybe about 15 on here. We've been getting about 8 that have made it to, oh, there's another one down there. 16. We've been getting about 8 a year, which is remarkable for such a small bush. We'll see how many of these stay on. I think a lot of it is the water, getting the water it needs. It's amazing what all goes into this. And here's our other apple, fruiting for the first time this year. So there's 2. It's actually bloomed substantially, and it's still blooming, so that's pretty amazing. Oh, there's another one. There's 3. More flowers. This has a later bloom schedule, and I think it's a Golden Delicious. Our other apple tree is an Anna apple. Oh, there's another one right there. 4. So 4 I've set on so far that I can find. There could be more. I can hide. And look at this kumquat. These were so wonderful last year. It totally filled out and was totally covered in kumquats. And what I really liked about it is you were actually able to leave the kumquats on and pick them as you ate them. And we even got enough that I mailed some to a family member who loves kumquats. This tree is doing fabulous. Okay, let's come over here. We picked all the apricots off this, and now that I'm looking at this tree, it actually looks healthier this year, which is remarkable. I'll show you where the borer damage is. I have the nets on, I can actually see. See down there? That's where we've got some borer damage going on. Don't see any sap though. If we had sap, that would be a sign of an active problem. So it's possible just that they're not active right now, but we have been treating this tree for it. You can see I have some other things here that are coming up around it. This basil's doing really well. Some chives. We put some aromatic herb seeds out here, hoping that they'll come up because bugs don't like the really aromatic herbs. Oh, I think this is a cucumber. That's cool. And I don't know if it's the best thing or not having anything growing under the trees. I think maybe just making sure you get enough water is an important thing, but trying to use our space the best we can, because again, we do have a small space here, and trying to get creative with trying to get more things growing. We could never in this space actually produce enough food to feed ourselves, that's for sure, but we can definitely supplement our food. This is doing really well. And here's this little fig that we grew together, my friend and I, from a cutting using that rooting powder. And check out the pistachios. Let's see how this one's doing. It's doing great. This is the best it's done. We had one year before where it put pistachios on, and this is the second time now. These look a little dry here, so I have to make sure we're getting enough water to it. The pistachios are really hard to know on the water. You know, if you overwater this thing, you'll kill it, but it's possible that it needs just a little bit more while it's setting on nuts, right? And look at all this celery here. I don't even have enough time to do anything with this. I've been putting some in our smoothies, and it's pretty much crowding everything else out. I'm gonna have to make the effort. And the cucumbers we started, some of them are still going. It doesn't really look all that happy in here. It's supposed to be a companion with carrots, but I don't know. These ones here didn't make it. Here's one down here. I think they're probably not getting enough light, so even though they may be a companion with carrots, their light is being blocked, so I'm gonna have to thin these carrots out a little bit and give those some light. Some more fennel. This is mullein. One of the things that I've been trying to do is establish a medicinal herb garden, and every year I manage to add some more. This is valerian right here. And there's some echinacea back here, still going. You can see the quail got my cabbage. Well, only time will tell as it gets hotter what's going to make it and what's not going to make it. And these onions are going to seed, and that's excellent because I'm going to put those seeds back in the garden once they make. Here's some of our fennel. I probably need to harvest what's left of the bulbs so that I can make use of it, seeing that this is also going to seed. But these fennel fronds, these are excellent. Just small amounts of them added in when you're making vinegar. Just a little bit, because fennel has a strong taste. But if you add just a little bit in when you're making vinegar, it really helps the flavor of the vinegar. Down here we have some lemon balm. You can see the celery's getting a thick stalk in it. It's trying to go to seed. We do not need any more celery out here, let me tell you. Right now, though, this is actually still flexible. It hasn't gotten hard, so we can actually eat this celery like a celery stick. And over here, we have some borage, some purslane. Purslane's a superfood. Calendula and basil. And over here we have some marshmallow, some medicinal herb, clary sage, and I'm trying to grow some chicory. The last time I had chicory coming up.
Sorry, I had to quit because she's barking too much for you.
Thank you. You're trying to grow some chicory in here. I had to cover it because the quail made short work of it. Some more squash over here. I think that's a pumpkin. Some green beans. Trying to grow some green beans before it gets too hot. This is tomatillos and tomatoes and some catnip, which is supposed to scare off those big moths that make the, oh, what's this down here? Oh, that's a pile bug. So pile bugs, let's see if I can get it in the video. Can you see it? Pile bugs, when I first saw them, where'd he go? Yeah, that's it. When I first saw those, I was like, oh my God, what is it? But I learned that they actually eat debris in the garden. And as long as they have enough debris to eat, they won't mess with anything that you're growing. They kind of like process it, kind of like the earthworms. The only caveat is if you have strawberries, yep, they're gonna eat the strawberries. So over here we have some feverfew. Actually makes really pretty flowers. The arnica is doing good. I don't know, we'll see if this yerba mate comes back to life. It's doubtful, but we'll give it a try. And we have horseradish. And this is a garden bed that I still need to do something. I want to have some quinoa in here. I have to make some nettings on stakes so that I can protect it from the critters because unfortunately, yep, I put them out there in those little peat pots and they ate them right away, straight up. And this is our Stella cherry tree. It's a new addition to the garden. It overwintered fine. It seems happy so far. We have it in an area that it won't get as intensive light because I don't really think cherry trees will tolerate the heat that the apricot will tolerate. And this is yarrow. Yarrow is, I always thought it was a weed when I lived in Alaska, but it is a remarkable medicinal herb. Well, thanks for joining us in the garden this morning. Got to get a little bit of water on a few things before I head into work. Have a great day. Thank you.